paradise in the Alps, a journey of joy and excitement. Zermatt, a name that even the most demanding travel lovers must admit is one of the most desirable destinations in the world. Nestled in the heart of the majestic Swiss Alps, Zermatt is a place where nature and people have blended together to create a perfect picture, not only attracting tourists by its beautiful scenery, but also by its interesting, humorous, and equally joyful experiences. Our journey to Zermatt is not only an exploration of beautiful scenery, but also a journey of emotions and laughter. Journey to Zermatt. Starting from the first steps. Every journey begins with the first steps, and our trip to Zermatt is no exception. We departed from Geneva, a city known for its elegant beauty and rich culture. From here, we boarded the train and began a 4-hour journey, a journey that you would not want to miss even for a second. From the moment the train rolled out of Geneva, we were captivated by the majestic beauty of Swiss nature. Lake Geneva appeared before our eyes, sparkling under the sunlight, like a giant blue gem in the heart of Switzerland. I looked out the window, unable to take my eyes off the scenery passing before me. The beautiful scenery of small villages dotted along the lake shore, with traditional wooden houses, green fields, and winding trails leading deep into the Alps. My companion kept asking, "Are we passing through a painting?" I just smiled and replied, "No, we are living it." Visiting Zermatt village. The resort of Zermatt is surrounded by the high mountains of the Pennine Alps at an altitude of around 1,600 meters, or 5,315 feet. This stunning mountain range includes the iconic pyramid-shaped Matterhorn, a major tourist attraction and visible from many vantage points throughout the mountain village. We should note that on Sundays, the shops and supermarkets tend to be closed, with only the restaurants open. There are plenty of shopping opportunities, from your usual tourist trinkets to many high-end boutiques selling watches and other decorative items. Renowned for its smooth and creamy taste, Swiss chocolate can be found in abundance along with other sweet treats. And of course, there are plenty of places to enjoy a beer from traditional wooden chalets, sitting inside or outside, soaking up the sunshine. The Gornergratbarn River runs straight through the center of Zermatt, originating from the Gornergratbarn Glacier high in the Alps. It also provides hydroelectric power to the area. A stroll along the river over several bridges will take you to some lovely quieter parts of the village. So explore beyond the main tourist areas. You will come across some lovely wooden houses and accommodation, the traditional wooden chalets that are synonymous with Switzerland. If you continue up the path, you will have a good vantage point for great views of the village. Zermatt is not only a beautiful place to look at, but also has a lot to offer. Number 1. Car-free town. Absolute peace. The first thing you need to know when arriving in Zermatt is that, if you're looking forward to a comfortable taxi taking you from your hotel to the cafe, you'll need to get used to the idea of walking more. Zermatt is one of the few places in the world where you won't find a single car on the streets. Yes, you heard that right. Zermatt is a car-free town, where people travel by electric vehicles and horse-drawn carriages. This is not only environmentally friendly, but also a great opportunity to exercise. Who needs a gym when you have the whole town to walk around? Matterhorn, the resort has been free of internal combustion engines since the 1970s. These cute electric vehicles, mostly taxis and buses, quietly carry people around. If you are a person who loves quiet, then Zermatt is the paradise for you. No honking car horns, no roaring engines, just absolute silence. You will find yourself lost in a fairy tale, where everything is slow and strangely peaceful, only the sound of light footsteps on the ancient cobblestone streets and the chirping of birds in the branches. Number 2. Gornergrat, adventure to the top of the world. Zermatt is also famous for the Gornergrat cogwheel railway, an engineering feat and the first electric cogwheel railway in Switzerland since 1898. The Gornergratbarn is the highest electric cogwheel railway in Europe, taking visitors from Zermatt to an altitude of 3,089 meters above sea level, where you can enjoy panoramic views of the Alps, 29 mountains, glaciers, and the majestic Matterhorn. It reminds me of the trials and tribulations of the Norwegians when they built it. The journey on this railway will take you to the top of the Gornergrat, opening before your eyes the breathtaking landscapes of the Alps and the Matterhorn. Sitting in the train, you will feel like you are on an exciting adventure, where every meter you pass brings a sense of surprise and delight. If you think walking around Zermatt is a challenge, then imagine building a railway line to the top of the mountain, an incredible and challenging construction that you will feel when sitting on this train. At the top is the Gornergratbarn Hotel and the observation deck. You feel the oxygen thinning and the air freezing in your lungs. This platform offers the best close-up view of the majestic Matterhorn. Except for all the visitors, it is completely silent. Back inside, the Glacier Palace offers a unique opportunity to walk inside the glacier. A series of tunnels and caves have been carved into the ice, 15 meters below the surface. And of course, we couldn't miss the opportunity to take beautiful photos to preserve this memorable moment, ice skating and clever sculptures to enjoy. Standing on the top of Gornergrat, breathing in the fresh air and looking at the vast landscape of the Alps, I felt a sense of absolute peace and freedom. No more worries and stresses of everyday life, only a deep connection with nature, with yourself. But be prepared, because the cable car ticket is not cheap at all. Speaking of prices, in Zermatt, you can feel your wallet as light as the mountain air. From the cable car ticket to a meal at a restaurant, everything makes you wonder, am I buying a ticket to the top of the Matterhorn or buying the whole mountain? You may feel like you are buying a ticket to heaven, but when you stand at the top, all the expenses become meaningless in front of the majestic beauty of nature. Number 3. Ski Paradise, where fun has no limits. Zermatt is not only famous for its breathtaking scenery, but also one of the ideal destinations for winter sports lovers. With more than 360 kilometers of ski trails connecting to the Cervinia ski resort in Italy, Zermatt is truly a paradise for those who are passionate about skiing and snowboarding. If you are a beginner, don't worry. Zermatt has slopes for all levels, from beginners to professional skiers. And if you think skiing is all about painful falls, prepare yourself for a good laugh. Imagine yourself struggling to keep your balance, then suddenly losing control, sliding down the slope to the laughter of those around you. Those are the moments you will remember forever, because nothing can compare to the joy of laughing with friends on the white snow. Zermatt is also special because of its ideal climate, with more than 300 sunny days a year. This means you can enjoy the beauty of nature at any time, regardless of winter or summer. In winter, you can stand in the middle of the snow and still feel the warm sun shining, creating an indescribable feeling, like wearing a sweater in the middle of summer. What a memorable experience, when you can ski under the sun and feel the warmth seeping through your layers of clothes. Number 4. Matterhorn Glacier Paradise Cable Car, a trip to frozen paradise. One of the experiences not to be missed when coming to Zermatt is the Matterhorn Glacier Paradise Cable Car ride. If you have never been on a cable car, this is a great opportunity for you to try it. This is the highest cable car in Europe, taking you from Zermatt to an altitude of 3,883 meters above sea level, where you can see the whole Alps and explore the icy world at the Glacier Paradise station. As the cable car slowly moves up, I feel like I am flying into the sky. You will feel the distinct change in air and temperature. From the warm sunny days in Zermatt, you will gradually enter the icy land with snow-capped mountains, glaciers sparkling under the sunlight. The scenery below gradually narrowed, and before my eyes was a beautiful natural picture, with snow-capped mountains, green valleys stretching to the horizon, and glaciers sparkling under the sunlight. It felt like the whole world was in the palm of my hand, and I couldn't help but think, perhaps this is the closest place to heaven that humans can get. Glacier Paradise Station is where you can participate in many exciting activities such as skiing, ice walking, and admiring beautiful ice sculptures. This is also the place where you can take the best pictures of the Matterhorn and the Alps, with majestic and vast natural scenery. Discover Zermatt, a town full of color and sound. Not only is Zermatt a town full of color and sound, but it is also a town full of color and sound, where all your senses are stimulated in a fun way. Step into the town center and you will be immediately drawn in by the hustle and bustle of the place. Narrow, ancient cobblestone streets lead you past souvenir shops, cafes, and fancy restaurants. If you are a shopaholic, be prepared because Zermatt has many high-end stores with unique and high-quality products. But be careful with your wallet, as the prices here may make you think twice before buying anything. This small town is home to many Michelin-starred restaurants, where you can enjoy exquisite dishes with stunning mountain views. Just remember, after a hearty meal, you'll need to walk back to your hotel. But that's all part of the Zermatt experience. And if you find the restaurant bill too high to give you a heart attack, remember that you're paying not only for the meal, but also for the view of the Matterhorn that you won't find anywhere else. A word of advice: make sure you leave some money in your wallet to enjoy a delicious hot chocolate or a cold beer in the traditional wooden houses. Zermatt history. Journey from small village to luxury destination. Zermatt has a long and fascinating history, starting as a small farming village where life revolved around farms and farming. The name Zermatt comes from the phrase Zermatt, meaning to the grass, which accurately describes the lush green meadows that surround this area. Over the centuries, Zermatt has gradually transformed into one of the most luxurious tourist destinations in the world. But what is special is that, despite its rapid development, Zermatt has retained its traditional character with ancient wooden houses, typical cultural festivals, and a warm community spirit. Walking through the narrow streets of the town, you can feel the wonderful blend of past and present. And if you have the opportunity to participate in one of the traditional festivals here, you will feel like you are lost in another time, where long-standing cultural values are still preserved and honored. Because there are no cars, you can leisurely stroll around the town without worrying about traffic. It is like you are stepping into a vivid oil painting. Grand Hotel Zermatt, opened in 1879, has been run by the same family group since its inception and is now a member of the historic hotels worldwide. Matterhorn Museum. Journey back in time. One of the must-see destinations in Zermatt is the Matterhorn Museum, where you can learn more about how Zermatt developed and the tragic first ascent of the Matterhorn. This is a small museum but full of valuable information and artifacts, from old photos, climbing tools, to touching stories about the first climbers who bravely conquered this peak. Entering the museum, you feel like you are transported back in time, back to the years when Zermatt was a small village, and the Matterhorn was a symbol of human courage and ambition. Another notable point is that this museum can be visited at a reduced price if you own a Swiss half-price card. A deal not to be missed if you want to save on travel costs. St. Mauritius Church, a place of faith. In the heart of Zermatt, you will find St. Mauritius Church, a historic landmark and the heart of the spiritual life in this area. This church was first mentioned in 1285 and has undergone many renovations to become the larger architectural work it is today. Interestingly, despite going through many centuries, the church still retains its ancient features and deep religious spirit. Entering the church, you will feel a pure and peaceful atmosphere, as if all the noise of life outside has been blocked right at the entrance. This is a place where you can take time to reflect, send prayers, and find peace in your soul. Dining in Zermatt, a blend of taste and sight. After a long day of exploring and having fun, there's nothing better than enjoying a delicious meal in the stunning scenery of Zermatt. The town is home to many Michelin-starred restaurants where you can enjoy exquisite and authentic Swiss cuisine. From traditional dishes like cheese fondue and raclette to modern dishes made with the freshest ingredients, Zermatt will satisfy even the most demanding diners. And remember, after you've finished eating, you may have to walk back to your hotel. But that's just part of the Zermatt experience. If you find your restaurant bill too high to be worth a heart attack, remember that you're paying not only for the meal but also for the view of the Matterhorn, a sight you won't find anywhere else. Great hikes. Connect with nature. Zermatt is also a great place for hikers, with many famous trails leading to beautiful locations. You won't have to worry about car horns disrupting the peace, just your footsteps and the birds singing in the woods. And beware of the local sheep. They might surprise you with their ability to climb better than anyone else. One of the experiences not to be missed is a walk along the Gornergratbarn River, where the crystal clear water flows over small bridges and leads you to the quieter parts of the village. This is where you can find traditional wooden houses, where time seems to have stopped and everything remains as ancient and peaceful as it was hundreds of years ago. Useful tips for traveling to Zermatt. If you're planning a trip to Zermatt, be prepared. 1. The best time to visit Zermatt is during the winter months of December to March, which is a haven for skiers. But don't forget, this is also peak tourist season. That means prices aren't just skyrocketing, they're skyrocketing. You'll find yourself standing at the hotel reception, looking at your bill and wondering, did I just pay for a room or did I just buy the whole hotel? Not only for the amazing experiences, but also for some price gouging. Zermatt is one of the most expensive tourist destinations in Switzerland, but you can save a pretty penny if you know what to do. 2. Cable car and railway ticket prices. The Gornergratbarn cable car is $100 to $110 round trip for adults. Not cheap, but at least you'll be flying to the top of the mountain, and who doesn't want $1 million view? Oh, and speaking of $1 million views, the Matterhorn Glacier Paradise cable car is $130 to $150 round trip. This is definitely one of the most expensive trips you'll ever take, unless you're planning on hiring a private helicopter. One of the most useful tips is to buy a Swiss half-price card, which allows you to buy train tickets, cable car tickets, and tickets to the Swiss half-price cards. Since we traveled regularly by Swiss SBB trains during our 5-day stay in Switzerland, we took advantage of a tourist offer that offered half-price train travel throughout the country, called a half-fare card, which costs 120 Swiss francs per person and is valid for 1 month. You get a QR code to keep on your phone or print, and this allows you to buy train tickets at half price and must be presented to the conductor along with your valid train ticket during travel. When you buy your ticket online or at an automated SBB counter, you can choose the option to say that you have a half-fare card and the cost will be reduced. If you buy directly at the station, make sure you tell the counter staff that you have a half-fare card. They may not ask you and sell you a full-price ticket. The card also offers half-price travel on buses and boats along with discounts on museums, gondolas, mountain heritage railways, and scenic trains like the famous Glacier Express, which we will take from Zermatt in a future video. For us, the initial outlay of 120 Swiss francs saved us quite a bit over the course of the trip. You will need to work out whether this is a good deal for you depending on your travel plans and length of stay. Take some time to evaluate it before you go. We also recommend downloading the SBB app as it is really useful. Half-price attractions. Not only will this save you money, it will also make your trip a lot more convenient. 3. Remember, winter is peak season in Zermatt, so book your hotel and train tickets in advance to avoid disappointment. Hotel prices. Looking for a comfortable place to stay? 3-star hotels in Zermatt cost between $160 and $270 a night. Enough to make you dream of alpine huts in the summer. If you want to upgrade to a 4- or 5-star hotel, get your wallet ready, as rooms can cost as much as $320 to $640 a night. And if you're thinking of opting for a more budget-friendly hostel, which costs between $90 and $160 a night, don't forget, you might have to share some unwanted company like someone snoring in the next room. There are plenty of accommodation options in the village, from budget hostels and airbnbs to luxury hotels. Switzerland is a very expensive country to visit. We chose an Airbnb just off Bahnhofstrasse, a few minutes from the station and enough room for 4 people. The apartment had a great wraparound balcony and almost looked out onto the Matterhorn. It was surprisingly quiet considering our central location. A kitchen allowed us to cater for ourselves as restaurant prices were high. We only ate out one night, this pizza for example costing over £25. Booking in advance is not only a good idea but a matter of survival. The high season in Zermatt makes finding a hotel room an adventure, sometimes even harder than climbing the Matterhorn. If you wait until the last minute, don't be surprised if you have to choose between sleeping in a rental car or sleeping under the stars. And trust me, cars don't come cheap in Zermatt. 4. And don't forget to pack warm clothes and good hiking boots, as the weather in Zermatt can change quickly, just like the prices here vary depending on the season. Zermatt is a place where every corner, every step brings wonderful experiences. Even though I had to pay a mountainous price to get here, I still smile, because the beauty and experiences here are truly priceless. Enjoy every moment, and don't forget to keep these memories in your heart, an unforgettable memory in life. And when you come back, don't forget to share your Zermatt story with the people you love, because Zermatt is not just a destination, but a journey of emotions, of love, and of memorable memories.